thanks to a little fishing mishap, my iPhone is completely cooked. That's why I'm wearing my Chinese rugby jersey. Rugby jersey because I'm using my girlfriend's Chinese phone that's banned in Canada. Bye bye Huawei. We're gonna go with it, roll with it. I'm gonna walk you through how we can make money grading Pokemon cards using MNT or any grading service. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Subscribe for your chance to win this beautiful Rayquaza VMAX Alt Art from Silver Tempest. You get 100 entries for following MNT Grading on Instagram. Their handle is official_MNT_grading on Instagram. Follow them, click on their most recent post, comment that I sent you, Ethan B, and let me know in the comments of this video that you did it, and I will count you towards 100 entries. That's right, 100 times. Another way you can get entries is leave a comment on all the May videos. That's one entry as well. Come on down, subscribe, let's get it. Schools of thought when it comes to grading for profit. And I'm going to show you, and I'm going to explain why the second way is kind of my favorite way to go about things. So to start, we're going for 10s. So this is 10 hunting. And in the case of why MNT is great, it's Black Label Hunting. So you can see here, I successfully got myself a mint flawless 10 Tyranitar with the fractured holographic Black Label MNT. Perfect 10 on corners, edges, surface, and centering. Again, an absolutely beautiful slab. So this card right here, I can't confidently give pricing on this Black Label card, and that's why people hunt for them. So my explanation right now is this is the only flawless 10 Tyranitar from Clayburst MNT's ever seen. It's a pop 1. I don't think anyone has graded this card through MNT yet, and there's no real way to price this card. You can compare it to like a BGS Black Label. There's only 2 or 3 on eBay right now, and they're priced at like 400 USD. Is that the price of that card? I personally don't think so. This is a modern card. Raw, these cards are going for about $5 US. I'd say $10 Canadian. And plus the grading price at about 20 bucks. We'll just round the cost of grading plus card at $30. And I'm going to call this card $100 Canadian. So you triple your money getting a Black Label. I mean, it's easy to explain that, but at the end of the day, there's so many different things about the price of cards, how the market's moving. But at the end of the day, these Black Labels hold incredible value. There's a limited amount of them. There's not many cards that you can say are perfect. Even PSA, CGC, KSA, whichever companies, you crack those cards or you send the slab for reslab, you're not getting a flawless back. You're probably getting a 10. You're probably getting a 9.5. So Black Labels, that's why Black Label hunting is so huge in the community. There's just so much money to be made there when there's low populations on cards. So again, 10 hunting and Black Label hunting, in my opinion, is not the best way to make bucks grading, but it is fun when it comes to the PSA return. So I'm going to get more realistic and we're going to go into the next card. All right, everyone going for 10s. This is the ideal situation. Obviously, the most wanted situation is going to be a Black Label. But if you're grading anything other than Japanese cards, the Black Labels are few and far between. I just want to harp on this one more time with the Japanese quality of cards. I'm 9.5 on edges. I'm 0.5 subgrade away from another Black Label on this card. So you can see this one is edges. Let's see if we can catch what edge that was on. Because this is something that we really need to take in account when we're doing this. I can see it right there. You see that small nick right about there? Oh my goodness. I'm that away from a Black Label. Back to it. I'm going to put the card to the side here. The pricing for a PSA 10, Beckett 10, Pristine 10, MNT 10 is going to be about $40 Canadian. So did we make money? Yes, we made $10. Is that great profit? No. Do we lose money? No. So it's a net positive. What can you buy with $10? Well, you could buy another Tyranitar signal, right? And then start the process again and make another gamble for $20. And that's kind of the problem, is foresight. So for example, you have your cards in your grading sleeve. Oh man, this is going to come back at 10. I can't wait. But you didn't do your proper work, looking at the centering, making sure the cards are perfect. Then that's how mishaps like this 9.5 happen. So like I said again, I prefer the second method I'm going to show you. This first method here is not my favorite, but it can be a ton of fun when you're sending in big bulk returns and you're getting them back and you're flipping through them. Some people maybe even making videos. It can be tons of fun. So I'd say that mass grading and 10 hunting is a great way to make money, unless you're not getting 10s. So I'll walk you through that now in this next card. But again, let's enjoy that pristine mint 10 with the cracked holographic. I'm happy to get those all day. I'm going to make a quick comparison for you guys right now. So here's the 10, my 10 EV from VMAX Climax. Again, brother, it's the Japanese cards. I get 10s back with Japanese cards. That's why I just fuck with Japanese cards. I fuck with Japanese people, man. They're the fucking shit, dog. I'm going to cut that out. I'm not the Avant. That being said, again, it's just the card stock quality, right? You'll get 10s back from Japanese cards. But comparing slab to slab, like, I can't say I love the PSA slabs. I know that to some people it's kind of the gold standard or something. I think MNT being the premier grading company in Canada, I think all Canadians should be using it. I don't think we should be using an American company to authenticate stuff that's staying in Canada and being memorabilia in Canada. It just doesn't make that much sense. It's a lot cheaper to go with MNT for the everyday person. And the 10s are just so much prettier too. They stack really nicely as well. Okay, so what happens when you get a 9.5? This right here is completely my fault. This card should not have gone to grading. And you can tell because it got an edges 9. An edges 9 means you can see with the visible eye there's a problem with somewhere on the edges here. This card got submitted by me. Like, who oversaw picking the cards? Me. Who got the cards ready to go? Me. So who is there to blame other than myself? Now let's talk about pricing on this card. A 9.5 in Beckett, and there's just not many of these cards graded MNT, so I can't confidently say how much this would be in Canadian. But that being said, this is about a $31.25 Canadian card. So you made $1.25. You know, cleaning the card, grading the card, like all that work for $1.25. That margin is not there. I would say that, you know, here nor there on that. Having this card, holding it, not reslabbing it, probably a good idea. It's gonna go up in value, but was it worth it the first time around? Definitely not. One thing about 9.5s is these will grade 10s. Like, if you got this reslab, you know, KSA, PSA, CGC, you might get a 10 back. Honestly, if you resent it to MNT, like, if you know how to do card refurbishing, you know, card refinishing, then maybe. I'll show you what's wrong with this card. Tell me if, for you guys who have experience refinishing cards, like, I don't know what the right word is, but like cleaning up cards before grading, do you think I could get this to a 10? So you see that? This is that edges that got 9. Like, I completely missed that. I don't know what I was expecting with this card, but we got the gold label on 9.5, and we made our $1.25. So that's really cool. So again, guys, I'm gonna harp on it one last time. If you're planning to do this type of grading method and you're going for 10s and black labels, I'd start off with grading with MNT for starters, so you have the opportunity to get a black label. And then lastly, I would say really vet your cards. And that's how you're gonna optimize your profits when you're grading cards. Alright guys, so I got this one back, gold label, so you know it's at least a 9. We've seen it before. It's the 9.5 Erica's Hospitality here. I got cucked again by one freaking subgrade, guys. If I had gotten a 0.5, edges, centering, or service, I was a coin toss away from a pristine 10. So this card right here, it's an OG waifu card. It's the first ever full art waifu printed from Sun and Moon in 2019. So this card right here does have value associated with some of the older waifus, but it's not the most expensive because it has had lots of reprints and she's not really that banging. You know what I mean? Like, she's banging, but she's not that banging. You guys know what I'm saying. I love her though, you know? I love Bellsprout. I think if a Pokemon was to be a fleshlight, Bellsprout's kind of the way to go. That being said, off tangent there. This card, Canadian, is about $136 raw. I got this card for a lot cheaper, so my profits are quite crazy on this one. So let's just go with the fact, let's say we bought it for raw, about 100 US or $136 Canadian. We get it sent out to MNT, comes back a 9.5. Boom! That's right, it's already worth $215. Look at that jump up in price. Imagine if it was a 10 or a black label. That's where the money is, you guys. You guys have to grade older stuff with a large difference between raw and graded. That's how you make money grading cards. It's as simple as that. So I'm going to give another couple of examples, but I do want to show off Erica a little bit more here. Just to kind of really get the point across, I pulled this Erica pack fresh back in 2019. Man, it's crazy how that's 5 years ago now. It was a pack I bought for my little sister. I wasn't even collecting Pokemon cards at the time. We were at the dollar store and they had the Sun and Moon tag team packs there, the dollar packs. And, you know, we picked up a few and we pulled this absolute gem. I've had this thing sleeved up. I think I even got her a top loader for it. And we were talking recently and I was like, hey, it's time. Let's get it done. And she was like, yo, I'm excited. Let's go. You know, expecting the best, to be honest, because the card's incredible. Let me just show you guys the card up close here. Let's see if we can get her focused. Like, centering is incredible on this thing. Let's see, what do we get for centering? 9.5. Like, I personally, like, I'm not a computer, so at the end of the day, I don't know, but those corners are looking good too. I'm like wondering if I just missed wiping the card. Like that corner I could see a little bit, but that's just from the print factory, man. God. You guys are seeing the price of this thing in a 10 and again, like those prices on screen's USD, so for Canadian, like that's juicing another 30 cents per dollar. Okay guys, I'm gonna give one example of a card. Fuck it. I'm gonna give you guys 2 examples of cards that you can buy right now that are gonna be just like that Erica in a very short amount of time. A very, very short amount of time. So guys, I've been showing these on my channel. This is the Cosmic Eclipse Dawn and Piplup in Chinese. Obviously, probably pick up the English or Japanese. But this card right here, raw in English, is about a $14 US card. So about $20. And then this right here, you could pick these up for as low as $10 right now. I'd say you guys stock up on these cards. I know it's like, why do you want to have a couple copies of each? But 2 years from now, guys, it is 30th anniversary. And the price of cards are going up, regardless of kind of what the market looks like, if there's reprints, anything like that. Cards like this that are not going to get reprinted for a while, these cards are going to go up. I'm expecting Erica to probably go up $100 and then these guys going to $100. And if you have a ton of copies and you're sitting on them, you don't even have to worry about getting graded. And the ones that you have graded are just straight cash. So I would recommend picking up copies of these cards. We've got Dawn and Piplup full art from Cosmic Eclipse, and we've got this awesome Pikachu and Akari trainer art gallery from Lost Origin. Lost Origin also just went out of circulation, like they ran out on Pokemon.com. So you have to keep in mind, once these cards are out of print, there's no more. No one's going to be opening them anymore. All the raws that are out there are only going to go up in price. Keep an eye on it. And also, last thing, when it comes to buying and selling cards here, 151 is cheap right now. So this is a great opportunity to buy singles. I'm telling you guys right now, do not buy packs. Wait a couple months for everyone to open up a bunch of packs and buy those singles. All right, guys. Ethan B here, Pokemon Fania YouTube channel, signing out. Subscribe for your chance to win this beautiful Rayquaza VMAX Gold Black Secret Rare. Let's go!